Ted, what are you?
He's a mole man now.
Oh my god!
I think he went this way. I think he went this way. Today, my friends and I are telling some of our craziest real-life stories in Minecraft. All right, guys, storytelling time. Let's pull the lever, Kronk. And the first subject, the most rewarding event in your life. Now, remember, if you don't have the coolest story, then you get eliminated. And the people who judge it are the most judgmental people I know, the bunnies. Woo! Okay, anyway.
Yay.
So,
Well, hold up. We need the setup. We need the setup, though. Bop.
oh, yeah,
Gather around the
Cap.
campfire.
Yeah.
Wait, Cap, you forgot the most important part, too.
Oh, the story stump. The story stump.
Oh, I was just going to do like a log.
To the fire.
Yeah,
that's a little close. It's not a lot of work.
There's a fire hazard.
Oh, instead, you're breaking the library.
It's a library.
All right, everyone, take a seat.
There we go.
Take a seat.
Everyone
Actually,
take a stump.
Wait, Monkey, yours is there. You go. All right.
Automatic
All right,
elimination.
Take a stump.
No.
Oh, cool. The beef is ready. Oh, here, Monkey, here's some beef.
Thanks, Cab. I appreciate it.
Just stop in the corner. Why
Here, I'll make
can't
us some hot chocolate.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, that's deer
Can't
pellets.
drink this. Oh.
Instead, those are deer pellets.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanna.
Instead, you should try to drink them.
All right, who wants to go
at
first
least
on the
I'm
most
sitting over there.
rewarding event in your life?
I'll go first.
All right,
It's
Steve.
fine. I'll go first.
Okay.
The most rewarding experience of my life was the day that my son got married.
What are you saying? You don't
Wait,
have a
what?
son.
Why
You
is
were
that
at the
most
wedding.
rewarding
How do you
day
not
of your
remember
life?
this?
All right, Steve.
Everybody was. The three
Okay,
of you
so
were here.
All right, we're starting
so
off
he
with someone
loses
else.
his log.
What?
All right, how about I go first then? I'll tell you
That's
a
a true
treat.
story. You were
I'll-
there.
Steve, you don't have a kid. Oh my. And plus, if he was to get married, you would have had that kid at like 8.
True.
Yes.
6.
You know Larry.
It is.
Oh my,
Oh my God.
No.
No.
Oh, hey, Monkey.
Server. Jesus.
No.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Hey,
This is painful.
Jerome, here,
I
I got an
just
idea.
stumped him.
Just
Yeah.
put Steve's
Yeah, Steve,
log
that's
over
your new
there.
stump over there. You're in the
Yeah.
timeout stump.
Yeah, Steve.
You're in the
All
timeout
right.
stump. Ow.
So,
I don't
Let's
get to
start
tell
in
the
the
story.
timeout stump.
the most rewarding event in my life was the day I met you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Honest answer.
Wow.
It was back like about 2-3 years ago. I've done it twice now, where St. Jude Children's Research Hospital does a really awesome event every year where they fly a bunch of YouTubers down to Memphis, Tennessee, where the hospital is, and we get to meet with some of the children there that are, going through procedures or are just patients in the hospital, and we got to meet them, spend time with them, and get a tour of the facility and see what it's all about. And I just can't explain to you how much it. Like, I walked into that trip, and I was going through a hard time in life at the time, and I walked out of it just so grateful for everything. And just talk about just, like, really being an amazing experience.
An eye-opening experience.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Just be glad with what you have. And
Yeah.
so I would say
Very
the most
true,
rewarding experience was that one. That was really cool. And I miss it. They had to
That's
stop.
Nice.
They had to
That's
stop the
nice.
last
Oh,
couple of
'cause of
years, but
COVID?
yeah. But I'm hoping to bring
Yeah.
it back. I mean, in the next year or 2
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's a really good story, Jerome. Let's get
Yeah.
some claps
You
for
probably
Jerome.
expected something else, Cappy. You probably expected something real
Oh,
bad.
that's
Like my fake son of a llama.
Hey, you were at the wedding, my friend. You were
Oh
there.
my god.
Was he there?
We
Or
were
was
all
he there?
Yes!
We
A
were
lot of
all
us
there.
were there.
A lot of us were there.
Unwilling participants, maybe.
Oh, okay.
You
that
literally
said you
makes
wanted to
sense.
join.
He
Yeah,
guilt
I can
tripped
see
us
it.
into it.
Yep, that makes
Not
sense.
a-
I can
You
see
were the
that.
aficionado.
I sang.
I-
Pork chops?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I sang for it.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
I just
I'll
threw
do my
confetti
real
and lit it all over my
story.
room.
All right, Steve, what's your
Nice.
real story?
Okay.
Most rewarding would probably be the first 5K race I ever ran.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
So
Wow.
I did have to train for it and everything. I was still in high school, but a friend of mine through high school had muscular sclerosis, and I did a 5K race to help raise money for that. And I did the 5K race, and then I did another half to catch up to the people who were walking it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
wow.
Wait.
Wow.
Okay. He's got
That's
some
impressive.
moves. He's got some moves. Very nice.
So it was a lot of fun, and we raised a lot of money and everything like that. So it was nice and very rewarding.
Very cool.
That is cool, man. I've always wanted to do something like that, like a 5K or 10K, but then I
Look,
realized
you
I can't
please
run.
Me.
Yeah.
I can jog. I can walk forever.
Stop.
I am not a runner. I
Look,
cannot.
My legs
cannot
don't
do
do
that.
that. My legs
Yeah.
don't do that.
I got little sausage legs.
Okay. I don't think that's true.
It's like
All right,
Um,
Stead. Or Dropsy, or whoever wants to go. I guess
I was
it
gonna
doesn't
say
have
I
to go in
have
order.
mine.
Oh, go big.
If you got yours,
Yeah.
go for
Go.
it.
So when I was younger, and I wish there was a place nearby now, but for most of my childhood before I moved out of the state and we weren't nearby one anymore, we used to volunteer at the American Legion, which for those of you that don't know, it's kind of like Army Veteran Association and kind of like one of those biker things that just does a lot of like fundraising and giveaways and stuff like that just for people who need it. And every Saturday morning for I don't know how long in my life, me and my mom would get up at like 5 a.m. and we would go over to this place and we would make breakfast for the veterans. And it was very nice and they were very thankful. And it was always free for them and, you know, more
That's so
fundraiser for other
sweet.
people who wanted to join.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
that place will come up again in a future story, possibly. But that
Aw.
that was very
Ah, I
nice. It was
see.
very nice to see their faces.
I got a tadpole on the grill, by the way. If anyone wants.
I don't know how I feel about it.
No.
Also,
I just,
Steve, are you
frog
feeling a little
legs.
bit short today, buddy? Are you feeling a little bit short?
No, Stead keeps
No, he
deleting
is.
Stead keeps deleting my logs, so I have to keep putting 2 down so that I eventually can keep 1.
I think he thought you deleted his, but I think that was Monkey.
Oh, that
It was.
explains it. Monkey, go back
No.
to your other spot.
I did
Monkey, go back to
accidentally.
your
I
other
went to
spot.
copy his and accidentally punched his, and then he
okay.
Oh,
wouldn't stop
accidentally.
punching it out.
Did
Accidentally,
you
you're
fly
right.
exactly 1 block up?
Yes, I did.
so no fried
Wow.
tadpoles for anyone?
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm good.
think I'm
Stead.
good on the tadpoles.
Here, I got you cooked cod, though. I know you like that.
Doesn't taste like tadpole.
Well,
It's 'cause it's
I'd hope
I'd be
not.
worried if it did.
Wait.
Who's next on the storytelling?
I'll go.
Just remember,
Okay, nice.
whoever has the least one
you
gets
go.
eliminated. Oh no.
No, not the frog.
Put Jerome.
Going to
delicious.
his
Frog
home.
legs.
Oh, true.
Don't act like
Frog
you
legs.
guys eat frog
If
legs.
they don't know any
Yeah, you're
stories,
right.
I can
I
tell
wouldn't.
one.
I've had frog legs.
If they don't have any good stories, I can tell another one for them.
I don't think it works like that, Steve.
No.
Monkey.
Everybody
Yes?
quiet. Let Monkey tell their story.
All right. So,
I don't think that was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
This
saying that
is-
because you just murdered the frog with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
that's
know
all.
that, but like I want to
It's
hear
dinner.
the story. Is all.
It's
Monkey,
dinner,
more
it's
like
fine.
punky.
All right, Steve.
Wow.
Monkey's eat-
So, I haven't been able to do this as much as I would have liked, but there is, for a little context, my uncle is a cardiologist, and he does what is essentially, purely, it is completely free and volunteer, like everybody on the workforce is a volunteer, and it is completely free heart screenings for kids, like young
Wow.
athletes, kids and young adults of a certain age, so they can search for and find if there's any like irregularities with their hearts, any heart problems they might encounter in the future. And I got to volunteer and work and help out for that one year, and it just, I think we found successfully in that one day we did, I think we found like 50
Wow.
people who had some heart issues.
Wow.
So
But like
Wow.
very early
It was-
on.
yeah,
Right.
very early on, so we could,
Yeah.
so they could get proper help and get treated, so they wouldn't have to suffer long term from them.
That's really cool, man.
cool.
Yeah, man.
Bet you're feeling real stupid about that llama, Steve.
Not even saying anything.
Clap for
Defeated.
Monkey. Yeah, good story. Good story. Okay.
All right. Capithan or Stedathan?
You want to go, Stead, or should I?
I mean, I guess I'll go because mine's probably gonna be short and everything. So, when I was younger, me and my grandparents would take
bro.
Jesus, Jerome.
Oh, I just thought of a way better story. Whatever, it's fine.
Me and my grandparents would take food to the homeless shelters and deliver it there.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice stuff.
pretty
nice
nice.
stuff.
Adorable.
Well, I mean, compared to some of your guys' like selfless deeds of service, mine's kind of self-serving.
That's
But,
okay. It was just most rewarding, dude. It could be
Yeah.
like a big achievement in your life, like graduating college or something. I mean, whatever it is.
Well, this is the story of my one and only home run.
Oh.
I actually have the game ball right here. And I'm holding
I'm
it up
sure
to
it's
He's
great
lying.
on
He
yeah.
bought
right
that.
now.
It's a prop. He bought
I'm
it.
holding it up for the
It's
camera
actually
right
hollow.
now.
Has chocolate inside of it.
Check his
Guys,
Amazon history.
You're the worst.
What's your pathing?
Oh,
my
God.
I'm dead.
Oh, God. The things you people say. You make me dumber by the minute.
Love you, Kev.
Thanks.
Hey, we're the
Go
ones
on,
voting
Kat.
on your
Carry
story,
on.
bud.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you.
I
everyone
don't
in the
care,
room.
but like, this is a really good story for me. So, it was 0-0. You can actually see it on the baseball here. It says Angels versus Athletics. That was our teams. I was on the Angels, and it says MVP ball, and it's dated 4/27/01. So I was 8 years old whenever I did this.
I was 1.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't born yet.
Or wait, no, 420. I wasn't even 1 years old yet, actually.
I wasn't born yet.
I was dunking on you in home runs before you were even born.
I've been hitting homers since
another 2
before you
years
were
for that
born.
one.
Yeah. But yeah, it was tied up 0-0, little league game. You know, nobody's hitting anything.
Fair.
So
The usual in Little
As
League.
you do.
my dad used to always drive me to my games. He was the one who took us everywhere. And so I get up to the bat, and weirdly enough, 8 years old, they already have us on pitching machines. It's crazy.
I
And
didn't think I got to do that till like the 10-year
That's
group.
understandable, actually.
They still
I
have
mean-
the coach pitching.
we had the aluminum bats, and my biggest memory of it is like how much it hurts whenever I hit that ball. Oh my
Like-
god.
Oh, yeah.
It like
When you
reverbs throughout
don't-
your body.
Yeah, when you
Yeah,
don't hit
like-
the sweet spot, especially.
But so that pitching machine just throws it at me, and I'm like, oh, I gotta swing or I won't hit it. So I swing, and it hits it. Now it wasn't a pop fly, it didn't go over the fence, but boy did it go through some legs. Oh my god. Ooh, buddy, did it go through some legs. Oh, straight down the middle, past the pitcher's mound, through second
Oh,
base,
really?
and into outfield. Just like, it's like, so I just start running. I can hear people screaming. The coach is at first base. He's like, go, go,
Yeah.
go. And I'm like, okay, I'm 8 years old, but okay. And I just, my little legs, I'm like overweight for a kid. So I'm just going. I'm just like running as
Oh my
fast.
god.
I'm like a little late game Babe Ruth right now. And I'm just going, and I round second base. I get to third, and I make it home. And one of my biggest memories was I got back into the dugout. It was a little chain link dugout. Everybody just pat me on the back and saying, good job. That was the only point we got this game. And then I could look back and see my dad through the chain link fence, and he was just smiling and clapping.
Aw.
That's so nice.
No, that's an
Yeah.
awesome one.
That's a
I
good
gotta
one.
say, your
That's good.
visuals made that a lot better.
The joke late game Babe Ruth is gonna be on my
got me.
mind for a minute. That's really good.
All right. Well, it's time to vote. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not for
I'm not
any
sure on
other
this one.
purpose other than length. I'm sorry, Stead.
Stead,
It
yeah,
was
you're-
just too
Yeah.
short.
I'm
No,
sorry,
I kind of
Stead.
figured.
If you gave it some more girth, it would have been
Um,
harder to pick
But
someone.
here's your
but
consolation prize, Stead. You get to sit way over here now.
you get to
Great.
just
No,
listen.
you gotta go to the
Yeah,
other
I'll
one. You
go
gotta
No,
swimming
but
with
the-
the fishes.
The story I thought of, just because I don't think it'll apply to any other category, but I saved a kid from drowning once.
Wow.
What?
I just forgot that happened.
Okay. You just-
Well, because I was
Wow.
really
He
young. I was
clearly
like,
wasn't
I was
that
thinking
important.
back through my life, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he clearly wasn't that important.
I also have another story that I could tell. Where when I was doing the volunteer firework, we actually saved a guy who had a heart attack, and every year his wife would come in and bring in like this huge buffet for everyone. And it was every year, and it was really, really rewarding to see it whenever like we'd be like, oh yeah, it's this day, we know she's coming, and every year she would come and her husband would come and they would have a big feast with us.
That's so nice.
adorable.
You
Yeah.
guys like, ooh, save life. Me, hit ball.
I mean,
All
yours
right.
was the
I mean,
best
okay,
story
I had
out of
another
all of them.
one.
Yeah.
I had another really quick thing that'll answer the
Stead's
question a
making
lot of
things
people
dirt.
keep asking.
Uh-huh.
Which is, my other answer would have been, simply put, the year I spent before joining the buddies working on Pokeplay.
Aw.
Like,
Suck up.
You know, just
Trying to get brownie points. All right.
I don't need brand points.
Here we go.
I mean,
The
he's
next-
here already.
Yeah, that's like
next
good. I need
topic.
brand points for it.
If that fell into the campfire and burned, I would have died.
Oh my
Not that
God.
one, I
Alright, we
guess.
block off the
Actually,
campfire.
I was gonna say,
next
yeah,
time.
I'm gonna just
We'll make a little
skip forward.
catch for it.
skip forward. It'll hit that.
Yeah.
All right.
Now he's got a little back to
Ideally.
his stump.
So this one is the craziest story of your life.
Dang, I already told my baseball one.
Oh no.
Crazy.
Craziest. It's a tough one.
Indubitably.
I guess I can start off. You know, I went last time, so it's fair
Well,
that
it's
I go.
if you thought of one. If you don't have one.
I've got one.
Oh, okay.
So this is the story of my trip
All about
to
it.
New York in high school. So
Was it for choir?
yeah, it was for choir. Yeah,
Yeah, classic.
classic. So, so whenever I went to school, we didn't have a very well-funded choir program at all. Like we went through like 2 or 3 different teachers, and only one of them ever really taught me anything about music, and that was Mrs. Jett. Mrs. Jett was awesome, and like she helped us do musicals. Like we did Hairspray, and we did Annie, and I was Drake the Butler, and ooh, that's where I learned my British accent. But she actually had a connection with the National Choir of America, and she got us just kind of like seeded into a performance in Carnegie Hall as long as we learned the music and like didn't mess it up. And so during my junior year of high school, I got to fly to New York and perform in Carnegie Hall. It was the first time I had ever ridden a plane. I was super nervous. I was in choir, so there were a bunch of cute girls there with us, so I was like super duper nervous. Like,
On top of the plane, like just.
yeah,
oh, God.
like, oh man, if we die, some Lord of the Flies stuff is going down. I just read that
Oh
book
God.
on
Oh no.
and like, so yeah, it was exciting. I got to go to New York. We walked around because everything was within walking distance. We ate
Cap was walking
pizza.
around with a spear.
A spear in one
Good
hand, in one hand, a conch shell in the other. He was ready.
Yeah, but like we got to eat pizza, and I just said pizza.
Pizza?
We got pizza.
What was the
That's
combination?
some weird Cheeto
No,
pizza
I was gonna
combo.
say I was gonna say pizza and cheesecake, but then I like did my thing where I combine words.
Oh, fella.
So, but I even got to see the Broadway show, Chicago live on Broadway.
What?
It was, yeah, Chicago live
oh,
on
that's
Broadway.
Sick.
Dude, it was
Aw,
so
that's one of the
good.
best ones to see.
It was so
I know
good.
what that is. I'm hip.
it's fine, Jerome.
Don't worry, I don't know
I'm
what it
cool.
is either, Jerome.
Jerome,
But-
only those two know.
Wait,
But
in
yeah,
Chicago,
like-
do they play New York?
New York, New
Guys,
York.
I broke the clouds.
Break the
I
cloud.
just, yeah,
Oh, they're
go
gone.
ahead.
But yeah, and it was just a really great experience, and like I made some really good friends that I never talk to anymore because they're high school friends.
I mean, fair.
Doesn't that
But-
sound about right?
But yeah, it was an amazing experience, and they were actually holding like the Emmys like right down the street or something like that. Whenever I was up
Oh my
there.
god. What an eventful time.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy.
Is that the one where you got in a fight with Kanye West?
No.
Oh man.
Kanye West would beat me up. I don't think I could take Kanye.
He would just snap and his bodyguards would.
Just move slightly, monkey.
There,
Yeah,
much
yeah,
better.
fine. Still hovering.
All
Oh,
right.
you made a little man. Look, there's the feet.
Uh,
I'm on the
Stead?
head.
Stead? Is he?
Yeah, Stead's
Yeah.
been building a Let's Play house this entire time.
Yeah, I was
mean-
concerned about that. I was concerned with him. Whatever
him being
just happened
underneath us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right.
The next person to be eliminated will find out soon enough.
All right.
And that's pretty much my story. So there you go.
I guess I can go. I have a bunch of them. Like way too many crazy stories because I am the way that I am. But
Yeah.
I think the
It's
funniest
an
one.
aspen.
I think like a funny, crazy one was back in January or February, something like that, of 2014. I did a sponsorship campaign, which I don't even know where it is anymore. It might be completely deleted because I think it was just on the Machinima YouTube channel, and they like privated all
Oh,
those
yeah, that's
videos years
gone.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had me do a sponsorship opportunity with Geico, where at the time we did 3 different events. The third one wasn't a big deal. The first one that they launched it off with was an actual demolition derby where we got in real like old beat up cars and like did an entire demolition derby. Like we smashed into other
my
cars,
God.
destroyed.
That's so
like,
cool.
We had like the full
That is
harness, the
wild.
helmets, the harness, the helmets, the like the suit that I guess like in case I lit on fire, it'd pretend to keep
Yeah,
me
pretty
safe.
much.
I don't know. Maybe it would keep me safe. I don't know. But I did probably not. But yeah, so we had like the full setup, everything, and we were just smashing cars together. And I was like, I don't know at all what this has to do with car insurance. This is kind of the opposite. But yeah, and then
Geico funds themselves the cars back.
and then we did a roller derby where you know that thing where like they roller not which one is it?
Skate. Yeah, skate is the
That's
one with
skate.
4 where it's
4.
2 pairs.
Yeah, so we had to learn how to
Yeah, it's
roller
roller
skate
skating.
because we only knew how to roller blade. So we had to learn how to roller skate, which is like an entirely different skill set. Similar but different. And then literally it was just like you would like go past people. It was like a race, but you were allowed to like check into people and knock them over. And there's just like me and mini old Minecraft universe just getting knocked around all over the place.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah, and I would say like that was probably one of the crazy. And these took place all over the place too. We went. The first one was in
Yeah.
L.A. The second one was in Austin, Texas. The third one was in Boston.
Bastin. Oh, I bet the
Boston.
Bastin roller derby was brutal.
Yeah, Boston.
I bet
anyway,
they came for your knees.
anyway, that was probably one of the more crazy ones. I mean, there's a bunch more, but
Yeah.
that was probably one of the crazier ones.
Alright.
I got one. It's not as long of a story, but it's still like crazy to think about that it actually happened. But a few years ago, I want to say it was 2017 or 2018. Every year, I typically spend July 4th with my dad. And whenever I would go up there, there's always like a big July 4th celebration on the nearby army base that he worked at before he retired. And that year was the bicentennial celebration. So 200 years of this base. Very exciting stuff. Like they're pulling out all the stops. There's like a huge festival and like a ton of different food trucks, and the fireworks show was like bigger than ever. They had the people like jumping from the airplanes and the smoke shows, like everything. And there was 3 musical artists that they had. It was Big and Rich, which the only song that people will recognize from them is Save a Horse, and then 3 Doors Down,
yeah,
which more
I've heard
people
of it.
recognize,
Yeah.
and then Flo Rida. And so I was mostly excited for Flo Rida because I was 18 years old, but I specifically waited by like the barrier because it wasn't any specific kind of ticket. It was just, yeah, go up if you want. So I waited by the barrier so I could be the closest and, you know, see him and be like, oh my God. And at some point during his set, they were letting people go backstage, and like they pointed at me, and I was like, and so, you know, I took my chance. I just went running. And we're waiting back there. The song that he's playing currently ends, and one of his song, Low, starts playing. and that's when they start putting all the people that were just put backstage on stage, and I got to dance with Flo Rida.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
for July
That is
4th.
pretty cool.
On.
The main thing I remember is, and I don't blame him because it was Georgia in the middle of July with like the super bright lights shining on him. That man was sweaty. He was dripping.
That man was
he was so sweaty. But got to high five, chat for a little bit. It was cool.
You know, that reminds me of an experience I saw happen at the Green Day concert I went to. They had a segment where they asked someone if they could play guitar on stage, and someone volunteered, but they did it and they just lied about it, and they didn't know how to play the guitar at all. So they just got up on stage and ruined it, and then they got someone who actually knew how.
Oh God.
Oh my
How are you gonna
God.
mess with Green Day like that?
Wait, Jerome?
Stead, what are you?
He's a mole man now.
What is?
Oh my God!
I think he went this way. I think he went this way.
Wow.
Okay,
You guys,
I'm
I
not
thought
traveling
you
that.
guys
I'm
were
not-
doing your thing.
I mean, we
Stead.
I
can
see.
try to find him while someone tells their next story.
Yeah. All right.
broke
Who's
out.
up next?
I think it's me.
for it.
Let me get back to the campfire though.
He's down here.
Excuse me.
Are you flying, Dropsy? Because you've got to
Yeah.
be flying.
Hey.
Anyone back at the
Oh.
campfire?
So
Yeah,
stupid.
I am.
Stead.
I don't know.
You're so stupid.
All right.
What?
So, my story is a
Oh,
crazy
wow.
one that is filled with fun and fear for me both. Back in my day, when I was doing the volunteer firefighter work, when I was going through the classes, one thing that they had us do was there's a big, it's called a burn building, and it's 3 stories tall. And what they would do is they would set off fires in the building. Well, what they made us do is they would make us start outside on our hands and knees with a mask over top of our face. So you have your breathing mask, but then it was like a mask that blacked out everything. You couldn't see anything. And they would light the whole place on fire, all 3 floors. And they would be yelling at you like a drill instructor the whole time you're going through. And they're putting things in your way. All you can do is follow the hose line to get to the end, which was on the 3rd floor, which was the nozzle where you would put out the fire. But basically they would be putting things in front of you. You'd have to like crawl underneath of things, crawl on top of things, all while there's this like raging fire next to you on all the floors. And then when you finally get up to the top, you can take the thing off, and then you had to fight the fire all the way down all 3 floors to get out of the building. And it was absolutely terrifying to do the first time. Because like I said, you can feel the warmth of a fire right next to you. It's completely safe, but it's insane that it's just like they're constantly trying to make you mess up and trying to make you like lose the line. They're crisscrossing it. They're putting tables on top of it. And yeah, that's my craziest story because it definitely was terrifying at the time.
Oh boy.
Dude, I remember once because my mom also did that firefighter school stuff when she was for a while, and there was one point that she had to actually gain like some like healthy muscles because she was literally too light for some of the fire hoses, and also had to learn how to fully break down a door using those axes. She was like, that was terrifying because like one wrong swing and those things are sharp.
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
Yeah.
They had you do some crazy things.
Okay.
Like you used to like one of the portions was too small for you to get through, so I had to actually take the oxygen tank off and put my feet first to crawl through the location. It was like you know those big tubes that you see for like construction that go underneath the ground, the black ones. Yeah, basically they made me take the thing off my back, the oxygen tank, and go feet first all the way through that
Dude, you're a
tube.
good guy
So
for
if you're
doing that volunteer.
yeah, if you're claustrophobic while there's a fire right near you as well and you can't see anything,
Hard
absolutely
pass.
terrifying.
Hard pass from me, buddy.
All right. And I think Monkey, is that it?
Monkey.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like my actual story. This is just a fun little thing. Well,
I
say
think
fun.
we know
This is
who's
a
going to
little thing
lose
that
this one,
happened.
Dropsy.
Well,
No, go
I
on,
figured you
Monkey.
would find this amusing
No, go ahead,
as
man.
a
Yeah, no,
fellow
go right ahead.
dog
Just
owner,
throw
Jerome.
away your win. Just throw it away. It's fine.
Bro, you're like the worst, Jerome.
Yeah.
I'm here to win, Cap.
Cap, I've kind of learned to expect this at this point. There was a time my little lab Cody almost burned our house down because he
Oh,
jumped
my.
up on the counter.
I have a human friend
Turn-
named Cody that almost did that.
Oh yeah, I've got a cousin named Jeremy who almost did that.
I have a human friend named Jerome who flooded his house with poo water.
Oh, my sister did that once.
Sounds accurate, but yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Monkey doesn't know that story.
Oh no.
No.
Neither do the
Oh,
viewers,
no.
and they're not finding out right now. That's my
No, I know a category that's coming up that you should definitely tell that in.
Oh,
That's your
no.
winning
Oh
story.
no!
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but he turned to the stove on and burned our wooden cutting board. But
Wait, so
the
as in
actual-
like it was one of those knobs like on the front?
Yeah, he
Gotcha.
jumped up, put his paws
Yeah.
on the counter, turned it with his paw, and then just started crying in the corner because he didn't know what was going on.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a day. But
Is that
no,
your
my
crazy
actual,
story?
No, that was just something you guys might
That your
find
dog
amusing.
tried to murder you guys?
Is Monkey trying to get 2 stories in to count as
Yeah,
one?
right? That's, yeah. I don't know about that.
I mean, Steve.
You can
was so
go. You can
creative.
go, Monk.
Yeah, it's Steve trying to punch me. Stop it. Yeah, so when I was in elementary school, we didn't actually have like a Boy Scout troop in my area. We had rip-off Boy Scouts called Y Guides. And
Called
for
what?
one of our for one of our trips, we
Is
used
that
to
like an
go
offshoot
on.
of the Try Guys?
I have no idea. To this day, I don't know why it was named that. But we used to go on trips, like we would go hiking in canyons where a few of us almost broke our legs. We went bowling a couple times. Yeah, there was a ravine. We went bowling a couple times, but my most fond memory is us going to Catalina Island. We got there at like bright and early at like 6 in the morning to the docks. Saw this really old, like, just big, massive ship. It looked like a cargo ship. And we start our way to the island, right? The food on the ship is mostly all stale. There was a popcorn machine. Everything in there had
Oh.
expired about 10 years ago. And we are about halfway to the island, and all of a sudden, we stop dead in the water. None of us know why, and then we hear
Yeah.
an announcement from the captain that something had gotten tangled in our rudders, and we would have
Oh.
to stay put, wait for tiny little rescue boats from the island to come out and meet us. So we sat there, and it's like, good 3 hours of sitting there, waiting for those little pontoon boats to get there. They start picking us up, and we had like a good 200 people on the boat. We could fit like
Oh.
20. We could fit like
Oh.
20 on the little rescue boats at a time. So we had to, like, once they got out there, it was a lot faster. It was like 30 minutes to get there and back to the island. So, we had to ferry all those people across. And then we had to sit there at the little landing dock when we got there. And we were like, okay, yeah, pretty much all the people are here. Where's our luggage? And then we realized, oh wait, they haven't even started. It's like 5 o'clock at night by the time we got all this done. So all the kids are going around playing, having fun, playing tag, whatever. And I'm standing there with my dad, who didn't want to lose track of me on Catalina. We're waiting. People start getting their luggage, and then we realize by the time we get our luggage, we have been standing there for, a long time. It's about 3 in the morning.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
We go to our little house, our little hut or whatever, and we start trying to sleep for the night, and we wake up at 7 the next day or something. And then, like, on the last day that we're there, everything was smooth, everything
Like
was
throughout the
pretty much
actual
smooth.
trip.
Yeah, throughout the actual
Okay.
trip, it was like a 3 or 4 day trip. Everything went pretty smoothly. There were wasps in the cafeteria, so
Nice.
it was always fun to eat. But we had this incident on the last day. We were like getting our little badges for making the trip, doing whatever. And we were sitting around the campfire using like coat hangers for s'mores. And all of a sudden we realized, wait, one kid is missing. So we
No.
this kid was completely gone.
On the boat. He was still on the
We all
boat.
had to get up, start an entire search party, and like we had
No offense,
flashlights
but getting
that were like searchlights.
no offense, but getting kids to search for another kid sounds like an awfully good way to lose another kid.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It was. I agree, but we were
Let's
like,
split
okay,
up, gang.
yeah, we had like a bunch of parents chaperoning groups of kids. There were like 3 parents for like a group of 7 kids or something, and they were like patrolling with the kids to make sure we didn't lose them. So we're looking, and this little idiot has made his way all the way to the cafeteria, which is like a good 10-minute hike away from where we were, by himself in the middle of the night because he wanted more s'more materials.
Oh my
So he
goodness.
left everyone going looking for s'mores. We had like
I'm
we had
just
like
hearing
an
a kid who has
island-wide
initiative.
search. In Dropsy, we had everything that we brought with us already at the campfire.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that was fun. The ride back wasn't as eventful because we actually had a decent ship. But you know, that was fun.
Nice.
It was a
All
good
right.
time.
Good story.
This is hard.
This is hard, yeah.
I'm gonna just defend myself. Like, I went to New York and sang in Carnegie Hall, so you guys fight amongst yourselves.
Yeah, it's-
I literally was in a
convincing
building, a 3-story building on fire.
You volunteered for that, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you volunteered to go to Carnegie Hall.
Yeah,
I
but
know
didn't
Monkey
put-
took a long time to tell her story.
Yeah.
He wasn't the
Yeah.
kid who got lost.
I
It was some other kid.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. I'm
You
thinking.
can join Stead
I'm
off in the
thinking monkey.
Badlands.
It just-
Sorry,
Join-
buddy.
Join
Keep
Stead
him.
in his
Sorry,
stead.
but
No,
it was,
join
it was
Stead-
a good one.
join
It's
Stead in
not
the
like
back
it was
rooms.
bad.
Yeah,
but-
join him in the
Keep
back
him there.
Yeah,
rooms.
no, it's fine.
Monkey, you've been
It's-
banished.
I don't know where Stead's back room is.
Well, you
What do you
know,
mean? It's in.
You'll
Good.
find him.
Hey guys.
Oh no!
Filled
Oh,
with
no.
TNT.
Stead.
Leave that alone.
I didn't fill anything
We-
with TNT.
Big fan.
Gabby.
Big
It is
fan. No, I'm
completely
innocent this
packed.
time.
I
Which one of you snuck off and did that?
I didn't do it.
Completely packed.
I didn't do
Which one
it.
of you?
Steve just had TNT
Wait.
in his
I
Oh
didn't
my-
do it.
Steve.
I purposely slowed past the TNT to get to my
All
log.
right, guys. The next story. A story that would surprise most people about you. All right. All right. I'm going to tell the story.
Wait.
It was between
As
this
in-
as being the most embarrassing story or this one. Everyone sit
Oh,
down on a
no.
stump, and we're
Oh,
going to tell you
Oh,
all.
it's time.
Oh
the
no.
Monkey
fans are
should-
finally gonna know.
Monkey, you're gonna want
They're
to listen
gonna
to this
be.
one.
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
We're going to tell you
Oh,
all
no.
about the poopening, as we call it.
Oh.
So, the poopening was an event in May 2020 where my family was out of town and I was supposed to be watching the house. And I was doing a good job. And at the time, I can't remember
this is recent, by the way.
exactly. I can't remember exactly why. I think it was because I don't remember exactly why, but I was using a different bathroom than I normally use. I was using my sister's bedroom's like bathroom, and so I went to the bathroom in there at night, and
Paint a picture, Jerome. Where in the house was this bed?
this was upstairs, and the house has
Okay.
a top floor, a middle floor, and then it has a basement, and so. I have a video of the whole thing, but I don't think that'll ever see the light of day.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
and,
it's gonna be on BuzzFeed Unsolved.
And so anyway, I had eaten like an entire Domino's pizza that like night, and I got home and I laid a huge log, and so anyway, I flushed the toilet.
You act like it's an egg. You laid it.
Yeah.
See?
At this point, yes,
it out.
he
Yeah.
did.
And so
Jerome experienced the miracle of birth.
And so,
instead doing it.
this thing, anyway, moral of the story, I flushed the toilet, thought everything was fine. Everything seemed fine, nothing out of the ordinary. And I went to bed. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just to, like, go to the bathroom at, like, 5, 6 in the morning, something like that. You know, sometimes you wake up, and you gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right. So I get up to go to the bathroom, and then I'm like, what's that sound? It sounds like there's water dripping downstairs. I'm like, I must have left the sink on or something downstairs. So I walk downstairs, and I'm still in, like, a haze. Because, like, keep in mind, like, imagine you just woke up, like, 30 seconds ago at 5 in the morning, right? And I'm just sitting there, and there's water dripping from the dining room light fixture just onto the table. And I'm like, that's not supposed to be dripping. And then all of a sudden, like, the biggest rush of adrenaline hits me as I, like, wake up and realize what is going on. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I go and start running upstairs, go to my sister's room. By the end of it, it turns out what happened. For whatever reason, the toilet did not stop running. Like, it just kept going and going and going overnight. So we're talking like 6, 7 hours of this just going.
God.
It destroyed her entire bathroom. It destroyed her entire bedroom. It destroyed some of the upstairs flooring. It destroyed all the way down the wall into the dining room. The entire dining room and all the dining room set was destroyed. It destroyed the garage wall. It went down into the basement. Oh, sorry. It destroyed the foyer. It destroyed, like, part of the foyer, like, as you walk into the house. It destroyed the entire basement. There's a basement bathroom. Destroyed that. It destroyed some of the walls along there as well. The whole house just decimated. Water everywhere. Luckily enough, insurance did cover it because it was a very clear accident. But yes, that was the poopening. And
Where one toilet ruined his childhood home.
I'm going to go on a limb
Yeah.
and say I challenge
think you
anyone.
win.
I challenge anyone out there, if you have a story of a more expensive poop, be my guest to try and compete. But that was by far the most costly of them all. Of all.
I mean,
Wow.
okay, this won't count for my story, you know, but I do have a poop story for you, Jerome,
Oh,
if you
God.
want.
Sure, Cap.
So, one day, I just wake up, and I hear just like, Scout! Scout! Which
Oh,
is
most
my
people
middle
might not
name.
even realize that's Cappy's real name, Scout.
Yeah, that's my middle name. Like, my first name, Kids Are Cruel. So...
Fair. No, fair.
And
Understandable.
so I went by my middle name. It made reading To Kill a Mockingbird very awkward. So anyway, so I just hear my sister like screaming for help. And so I just like stumble out of bed. I had like barely gotten like 5 hours of sleep, but apparently in the middle of the night she had flushed the toilet, and then it just started backdrafting.
Oh, no.
Okay, but
Oh,
here's the
God.
worst part though, is it didn't just come out of the toilet. So
What?
Where else did it come out of?
Wait, where else did it come out?
so it was like a
Little
connected pipe
plumbing.
system with it was like connected plumbing. And so it started coming out of the adjacent bathtub and shower.
Oh, no!
God.
So it just started like feeding back. It's just like, I was just like, oh God, there's poop here. Oh God, there's poop here
there.
too. Oh God,
Everywhere.
God. That is.
So
I'm gonna. Hold on.
fortunately, but the problem with it is like, fortunately we had like an entire thing of Drano.
Wow.
Like we had learned our lesson from like previous clogs, I guess.
This runs in the family. It's happened more than
Never to
once.
this
I
extent.
thought
Never
it
to
ran
this
in the
extent.
pipes.
But yeah, so yeah, Jerome, you're not on your own, like with your earth-shattering dumpies.
Yeah? Well, thank you, Cap. Because I felt bad. I mean, I feel like, you know,
What was-
destroying
what
your
was the
childhood
category
home
again?
with poop is not a way to go down.
Something that would surprise.
Oh, surprise people. Yeah.
A story that
Yeah.
would surprise most people about you. Yeah, I guess the
Okay.
thing that surprised most people about me is the size of the logs that I lay sometimes. And that's, there you go.
Surprising, precisely no one Jerome poops a lot.
Now people
A
know.
surprising story for me. Most people don't know it or pick up on it. I guess because I've corrected it by now. But growing up, I had a very severe speech impediment. And that's
what-
why,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Like,
THs and S&Ps, like,
so you had a lisp.
like a lisp, yeah.
a lisp.
Yeah. Most people, you know, I've corrected it now. But growing up, I had to take extra classes in elementary school, kindergarten, first, and second grade. So during those years, I used to be able, or not be able to, I used to be forced to take this extra class in the only extra class spot that anyone ever had, which was recess. So I got to sit there, and they would put me specifically at the corner of the room near the window that faced the playground. So every single day, I would have to watch all of my friends have recess and have
Don't you-
fun and play
well-
tag. And this is kindergarten, first, and second grade. So, like, I used
was
to go
life.
home bawling my eyes out. Like, I used to be so upset because I could never have recess.
Yeah.
And then I changed schools and
sucks.
I didn't have to do that anymore, and I got recess.
Okay.
But most
Well,
people
I mean,
didn't
back
realize
then
it.
you
but-
would have called it retheft.
Oh, Cap.
Thanks, Cap.
Cap.
But
I
guess-
expected that from me, Cap, but not you. I expect more highly of you, Cap.
Cap, you're supposed to be the behaved one.
But ultimately, that's where my fear of public speaking comes from. I'm still like terrified to talk in
You
front
know,
of groups of
it's
people, which is
interesting.
funny.
It's interesting, Steve, because of where life takes us. Because I also, in second grade, was told that I should go to speech classes because I couldn't do THs and a couple other things. And I remember they called my mom, and my mom's like, "No, that's just how we talk." She's like, he's not that he doesn't know how to talk. It's just we're from Jersey City. And my mom's like, "All right, Jerome, you got to start learning to talk like they do." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so like my parents still, like, to this
what are
day,
you
like.
talking about? That's
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
What are you
Like
talking
no,
about?
like THs just ended it with an F. So like instead of fourth, it was fourth. And I still sometimes slip up and do it to this day. And like 3 was like tree. My dad, for instance, still calls the toilet a turlet, but that's just I don't even know where that comes from.
Bro, the South is so different. They're just like, yeah, that's right. That's right. This is
Yeah.
like, that's just the right way to speak.
So my
Where
mom
do you
literally,
guys-
so they call my mom in saying I needed these classes, and my mom just responded with, "No, he's from Jersey City. It's not that he doesn't know how." And that was it.
Baltimore has a weird one where instead of sink, they'll say zinc.
Huh. Huh.
It's an interesting one.
Is
But
that
yeah,
the
that's my
crab
story.
DNA,
That's all in
or-
all. What?
I said, is that the crab DNA that makes them say zinc?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wish I could have gotten it in my room.
All right, Capilophagus, you're up.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's my turn. This is the story of
A man
Cappy's
named
first
Brady.
kiss. Of Cappy's first kiss. Okay.
Oh.
So whenever I was growing up, me and my family like had this other family that was we would just hang over there and have barbecues and just hang out. But like because we were kids, that consisted of putting a movie on and telling us to go away. Right?
that was
so-
universal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, what happens is I ended up, since she was my age, I ended up really getting along with this girl named Taylor. And wouldn't you know it, but one of the main movies that was out at the time was Space Jam.
Nice.
So we watched Space Jam like 5 or 6 times, and like, you know, kids, they play pretend. So we started pretending the Space Jam scene with Bugs and Lola, where Bugs gets flattened by a butt.
Cap, where is this going?
This is very weird.
My first kiss was to Space Jam. That's where it's going.
What?
What a time.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so confused here.
that's something that you're surprised, aren't you?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if surprised is the correct term entirely. But
Confused.
I think, yeah, slightly confused.
Especially
befuddled.
considering I've
Which
never
part
seen
confused you?
Space Jam.
Well, that's a loss on your part, but which part confuses you guys? Was it beginning, the middle, or the end?
Was-
Yes.
All of the above.
All right, Dropsy, you're up.
Oh,
This sounds like a loss to
not
me,
gonna
Cap.
lie,
High five up top.
no, hold on.
Punch me in the face.
I mean, it's not crazy interesting, but for
Sounds like a big
the
win to us.
better, yeah,
Yeah.
the better part of my childhood is I was actually major tomboy. Like, one of my favorite things to do was to just be outside and like ride bikes with my neighborhood friends, in which there weren't any girls that lived on the street, so it was just me and my two best friends throughout elementary school, which was Colton and Austin. Those were the boys. But one of the things that I really loved doing was playing basketball, and I played for 6 or 7 years, and like obviously wouldn't be that great now. I got a height thing going on, but I was actually invited in Texas to play on the junior traveling team, like when I was 11.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they were like, you're kind of good. And I was like, oh, thanks. And for a while, I was on a traveling team for mostly Central Texas, so we didn't go too far. But won state championships and did a bunch of all this other stuff, and it was really fun. But I stopped playing around middle school, because that's when, everyone else hit the growth spurts, and I was like, this isn't fun anymore. But
Okay, Dropsy.
I used to be really good at basketball.
Dropsy, I'm gonna
Yes.
hit you with it.
I'm not surprised.
None of
Yeah.
that surprised me at
Oh,
all.
really?
None of that
Oh.
Dude,
surprise.
yeah.
It's not.
You
yeah.
are the most competitive person I have
Oh, yeah,
ever
no,
met.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I have to be good at things. That's what validates me.
All right,
Oh,
Steve
no.
loses.
Wait, no, what?
Stop. Would you look at that? All right.
I don't want to be
Why is there
banned.
more
I thought I did
TNT
really
in here?
good.
It's not that. It's just you're annoying. You're just sitting there eating kelp.
Yeah, you were
Non-stop.
doing it in my year too, and I wasn't even doing anything.
It's not
I
that
had him
it's
come
just
out.
annoying.
It's not that it was
He's
a
been
bad
bad. He's
story.
done.
I was
It's
just
nothing
waiting for
personal.
anyone
It's
to
just
acknowledge
very
that I
personal.
was doing
I
that.
did acknowledge it by teleporting you away. I thought that was clear.
Oh, that.
Don't pardon him, monkey.
No, monkey. No. Okay.
All right.
Man, I tried.
Man, I really lucked out with that Space Jam one, I guess.
All right, here we go. Pulling the lever, Kronk. Oh,
Oh,
you can
I
read
got
it.
it.
Can I be
Funniest
unbanned?
memory from school.
Oh, funniest memory from school. All right, I got the good one. I got a good. So this
Okay,
one,
yeah,
I
go
will.
for it.
I don't know why. It's one of those things that even though it happened in middle school, like sometimes like every once in a while, like even like a person's joke from like years and years ago will still get you laughing. So
Oh,
this,
yeah, absolutely.
I to this day still find this hilarious. There was one day where, at my middle school, in order to go to the bathroom, you had to first ask the teacher's permission. Then inside of all the classrooms was a sheet, like a board. And you'd write down your name, destination, and time of departure, right? And so...
Like a flight?
And so...
That's
Wow.
okay. Yeah, go
And
for it.
so you'd write that, like, so they would know if something went wrong. And this was the one day where something went horribly wrong. And so
Oh,
someone destroyed
no.
one of the bathrooms. I don't remember what exactly they
No!
did. But they're like, teachers, could you please put
Oh
your
my God, the power just
bathroom
flickered.
logs on the outside of the doors? We're going to be going around and checking them. Thank you. And they went over the loudspeaker. And in my classroom, someone had written on the board, with the funniest thing ever, it said, actually, I think we know who did it, was from my classroom, name, Buzz Lightyear, destination, infinity and beyond, time, the year 3000.
Wow.
And I just name Buzz Lightyear, destination to infinity and beyond. I don't know why, I just still to this day think that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So, hey, Jerome, do you
Yeah?
remember in school where you would do those like imaginary nations projects.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and they give you like a little. Yeah.
Where you would like you'd be a country, and like you would just make deals with other countries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I had a black market candy ring in order for like favors.
Oh.
So I'd be like, yo, I'll give you these airheads if you just give me this thing from your country. This is totally under the table. You don't need to give me anything else. Just give me that.
Are you serious? You cheated
Yeah,
the whole thing?
Yeah, man, that's part of it.
Oh,
That's
my
part of it.
Politics, Jerome.
Yeah, man, I was going for it. I was like, hey, man, I got this rubber band launcher. You can totally use it against your enemies.
Oh, no.
And yeah, so I just kind of like had a black market trading system in this like mock UN, and I guess what country I was?
USA.
No,
Oh.
I was Canada.
Oh, what?
Oh, Canada.
A long time ago in elementary school, I want to say it was 3rd grade that this had happened. And the group that we always sat like with our classes, they didn't really let us like separate much past that. So we were sitting at like our class table, you know, one of those like really short ones have like the circle chairs attached to them. And we always like try to joke around to see like who can make the others laugh the hardest. And I wish I could remember the joke that this one kid said, but everyone was dying laughing. It was definitely like little kid humor, like hee hee poop, you know, like stuff like that. It wasn't clever humor.
I mean, those are
but
good ones.
We were, yeah, but we
biology class, hee
we
hee
were
poop.
dying laughing. And one of the kids, I remember his name because it's imprinted in my mind. His name was Tamar. One of the kids laughed so hard that the milk, he had like just drank chocolate milk. He had milk bubbles coming out of his nose.
Oh.
Like it wasn't just like, you know, sometimes people like spit out their milk. No, it went fully through his nasal canal and there were milk bubbles. And
Oh, that's so gross.
it was so funny though, because it was just like we didn't know how it happened. We just saw milk bubbles coming out of this kid's face and we were like, oh my god, and that just made the situation even worse.
All right. Well, we have 3 people in the audience, so you guys can vote. I guess that would be the fairest at this point. Right?
Other audience people assemble.
We don't know where Stead is. He went
Yeah,
off
he's
and
never
built a
coming
house.
back.
He's
So
doing a
what
let's
are,
play.
what are we? Hey,
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Stead,
wow.
what are we thinking here? Did you even listen to the story, Stead? You
Yeah, I
weren't even close
listen.
by.
I listen.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say the milk bubbles was pretty funny, and To Infinity and Beyond was pretty funny, but I don't know about this black market Canada.
You're just biased. Dropsy didn't even
like
remember the
the-
funny joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That is
I was
true.
9, man.
I mean,
Dropsy,
rubber
'cause
band
You didn't
guns,
remember
though,
the
Cat.
joke.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But
I mean,
he just called the judge
yeah.
biased. Are we gonna let that fly?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, because you're biased.
yeah.
I think we should be
I'm letting it
biased because he
slide.
said that.
No, I
I'm
think we
gonna-
should
I'm
do
gonna
the
vote
opposite and do the third
Dropsy.
option. Do something that no one would ever do, Steve.
Are we kicking
Yeah, we
Jerome
vote
out?
you out, Ken.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
you
blow up
go
the
take
house.
over.
No.
All right, I think
No,
we've
no.
come to a
Real
conclusion.
talk, I'm
Yeah.
voting Dropsy because
The conclusion is Dropsy is out of the runnings.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alright,
Dropsy.
hold on. I'll put out my torch.
Sorry, Dropsy.
You realize that you're just gonna miss out on telling a really embarrassing story about yourself.
Oh no, whatever shall I do?
There it is. Most embarrassing story to end it off.
Okay. Do you want to be the last story, or should I?
I'll tell mine last. I think a lot of people have heard mine
Okay.
already. Like, I feel
Okay.
like a lot of my viewers know it.
Okay, so this is a story of me doing a creative writing class for poetry in like English class. So I had a real big crush on a girl. and I wrote a poem about her. It went something like, crimson hair so fair and fiery, close her eyes, emerald desirey, or something like that. And I thought I was being slick. No, no, no. So she comes up immediately after that and just looks me right in the eye and says, "Hey, was that poem about me?" And I I just froze, man. I froze. And like my brain went blue screen. I said, "No, no, it's about my mom."
Oh,
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, it was so bad.
Cappy.
that's painful.
Yeah, it was.
All right, well,
Top that, nerd.
Well, mine is, everyone's worst nightmare. It's like a cartoon trope. And cartoons, they have all the time that one scene where the person's dreaming, and in their dream they rip their pants in front of everyone in front of class, or like this, that, and the other.
He's about to win.
Well, in 2014, during a live stream,
2014 was quite eventful.
Yes, very.
It was.
Most people didn't believe me that I could, and don't ever do this, it's dangerous, but I used to skateboard all the time, that no one believed that I could do a handstand on a skateboard. I'm like, I can do it. And they're like, no, you can't. I'm like, yes, I can. And the viewers were egging me on. There's 6,000 people we had watching live. And I'm like, all right, fine. And so I go on the live stream, which was a Minecraft live stream, had nothing to do with skateboarding, but we had a skateboard in the basement, so I was like, whatever. So I go, I do the handstand on the skateboard, and in front of 6,000 people, I rip my pants. And I was mortified.
You know what? I think you win, Jerome.
And
I think you
ran
win.
off screen.
live.
Jerome, do you have that clip?
I don't.
I
I
watched
don't.
that live, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. I wish I had
Do you
the
remember around what time? Because I am willing to dig for it.
clip. It would have
'Cause,
been
like-
September to October of 2014.
2014.
September
Okay.
to
'cause
October of
it's like-
2014.
Because, like, if Rain could
I think I
have
can
that
find
just
this.
play in the background while you're, like, telling the story, oh my god.
And if it helps to search any more for anyone else out there, I think we did the live stream on Bayesian Canadian's Twitch channel. So if that helps out at all either in finding that one. Yeah. Oh, well, it's lost to the ages. But anyway, who won?
Oh, you did, duh.
You did,
I won?
obviously.
Well,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
won.
yeah, you won.
You ripped
Oh.
your pants in
You
front
ripped
of, like,
your pants in
6,000
front of
people.
6,000
We all came to the
Jerome.
consensus, Jerome, and yeah, you definitely won it.
Bro, I just
Yay!
embarrassed myself in front of a girl I
Jerome.
never have to see again.
Yeah!
Now
I'm
do
a
it.
national ambassador!
Oh my god.
Dang,
blew it up?
Dropsy.
Dang,
Dropsy,
Dropsy.
honestly.
I like how it's like,
Wow.
here, Jerome, take the
What?
ceremonial flint and steel to blow up the server. And then you
Oh.
just instantly
What
blow it all up.
happened?
You literally blew
Dropsy,
me up, bro.
apparently.